true faith is to treat others as you would like to be treated, thinking of the well-being of others, and tying it into fundamentally into your own well-being. The most fundamental thing about human rights is, let's not forget that quite early on in Islamic theology and Islamic jurisprudence, Muslims found it unavoidable to speak of two categories: the rights of God and the rights of people, hukuk al-ibad and hukuk Allah. If one wants to truly uh, uh, resist oppression and resist hegemonic domination and search for justice and a paradigm of rights and equality among human beings and so on and so forth, uh, uh, it, that is constantly shifting with developments in human epistemology and human understanding. So, what could have counted as justice and resistance to oppression in the 16th century could be at completely shifts in every sense of the word 2 centuries later or 3 centuries later. In other words, Sharia itself requires that the objectives, the moral core values, be be consistently approached and consistently achieved through an ingenuity of means and an active search for and a non-dogmatic application of traditional means or traditional mechanisms. So, for instance, I often think that the arguments about traditional rules regarding shura or not are misguided. What's important is the conception of shura and the maximization of a consultative society, a society in which within a family the dynamic is not one of patriarchy and power, but one in which there is a building of consultation and consensus within society. There is not the logic of domination and control, but again the search for mechanisms of human intercourse, social intercourse, and building of consultation and consensus, and even at the world, at the level of the universe, of humanity at large, that a world that is not dominated by a paradigm of hegemony and control of the few over the rest, but again the concept of shura, of a consultative world and world dynamics, and the building of consensus. And this, of course, then puts human rights at the very core of what it is to be a proponent of Sharia in the contemporary age. Anytime that human beings are able to achieve the liberation of human beings from ubudiyya, the liberation of human beings from enslavement to other human beings, or enslavement to dogma, or slavish following of a suffocating tradition, inherited tradition, and so on, they are in fact achieving Sharia. This brings me then to one of the human rights as a basic idea, as the philosophical foundations of the idea, which, whether it's centered on the promotion of human dignity or is centered on the protection and promotion of human liberty, or some variation thereof, centered on the idea of promotion and of protection and promotion of human rationality. Whatever the philosophical justification, human rights puts the human being at the center and at the core, and that's exactly what Shari'a is and is supposed to be about.